talking about her jit being, how we would say just being a boy. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, jit kind of messy or whatever. He'll just, he not, not just want to jump in the shower unless you tell him to jump in the shower.
Oh, you being a little boy.
Being a little boy.
Okay.
You feel me? So, but she only got a boy. I got a boy and a girl. Some people, when you lucky to have both, you understand the different perspective. Or if you just observe, if you very observant, you just peep shit, right? His sister wasn't the way that he is. Her toys are right here and put them there, and okay, I got my kitchen thing, and I got my this and got my that. Hey guys, this is my picnic basket, so let me do the tea party.
She already
always organized. This nigga is
whatever. Wake up for all his shit.
I need him.
I need them all.
And then give me all this, and then give me the phone, give me the tablet, give me the TV, I got everything. This is me. You feel me? So I can only imagine, like, watching those share rooms, is like, she's not the one making the mess, he's making the mess.
Yeah.
But I gotta get him on some shit to act right.
Yeah, she gotta ease up and realize that shit. He at this point, he like, what, 9, 10?
He about to hit double digits.
Okay, shit. Yeah. At this point, he might have to start like tightening up in here, maybe understand it a little bit more. But I'm like, man, it's a boy, man. Like it's certain shit. Like she want him to be a well-groomed, well-polished young man, but like, bro, he barely 10 years old.
It's his decision to be.
It's not. Wait, hold on. It's not even matter. It's not even that. It's not. It's not his decision. He need to be a well-groomed young man, but the nigga ain't even 10 yet, and on top of that.
I thought you were talking about like pubes and shit.
Nah, no. No, man. When it come from that, it's more in the sense of like, when I say that she want him to be well-groomed, it's just like little boy shit. Like he might slip on, you feel me, bathing. Or he might slip on cleaning his room, or he might slip on brushing his teeth soon as he wake up.
Right.
But it's like I'm like, first of all, I'm like, listen. She keep talking about when she was. I'm like, first of all, you keep talking about when you growing up. You know that you're a girl and he's a young boy, right?
Yeah, you gotta clean yourself.
I'm like, y'all get taught to clean yourselves. Boys just as long as we went in that shower and that water hit us and we bathed how we was taught to bathe, we ain't had to worry about shaving. We ain't had to worry about putting no pads on. We had a haircut, a tape, and that was that. Deodorant and brushing our teeth. And that was that. You feel me? And then our clothes, our style came from whatever we was into. But I'm like, y'all was taught to be clean. I'm like, bro, you gotta understand that. And that's what you want. You gotta teach that nigga that in that faith. But you can't be ready for him to be that right now.
But the tough thing about it though, on top of just wanting him to be that way, you gotta understand that for a man to really get that cleanliness is godliness type vibe, that shit comes from a militant nigga. I don't care what no niggas say. As much as that saying that says cleanliness is next to godliness, so that's why you should do it. This nigga old boy was on him, he was on me, and this is how that shit run. This is how it goes in this house. Yo, when you wake up, you make your bed, you brush your teeth, take a shower, put your clothes on, done. And if you move like that, it's because your old boy was on your ass. And if you didn't, you feel me? Because it's based off of somebody's telling you to do this shit. But it's not just on some, come on man, cause you're gonna be cute.
Nah.
It's not gonna be that. It's on your ass. You feel me?
Yeah,
and now you realize, I don't want this person on my ass.
All females ain't like that. Some females are stern, like motherfucker, like. But what she gotta understand is at the same time, he's still a little boy, man. Being the cleanest or the neatest ain't the most important thing to him right now. Like these just got like we had video games and all that type of shit, and yeah, that shit was addicting too. But you feel me? At that age, we was still worrying about waking up. We might not get to brush our teeth right away and all that other shit, but we definitely gonna get into this shit.
And what's crazy
which will probably make more sense since I'm about to eat breakfast anyway.
Right.
I brush my teeth and then dirty my mouth again anyway.
What's the main logic we always had about making our bed? I'm gonna jump back in this shit.
I'm going right back in this shit.
Why do I have to make it all perfect when I leave before school? If when I get out of school, I'm finna jump right back in this shit vibe, mess it up again.
Yeah, but that shit is like, yeah, we not worried about that shit right now, but. She gotta understand that shit. That shit come with she should be on his ass and all that, make sure he's doing it. But
what I told her was, right now he's still young. Once he started hitting that slight puberty age and start smelling himself and notice like Now you really on his ass about deodorant. You on his ass about he can't put deodorant before he take a shower. So you gotta take a shower, fool.
Like damn, oh you hot because what? He ain't brushing his teeth as soon as he got out of bed. It's like he been up for what, an hour? You mad cause he ain't brushing shit the first 15? Okay, I get it. But he's a young boy and they got tablets and shit now. Like shit's different.
He's a kid, so he's still distracted.
He's still doing
He's
shit.
gonna be that way for
It's not even that. Just being clean ain't the first important thing to him as a fucking 8, 9, 10, whatever fucking old he is.
That's what I'm saying.
Like nigga ain't got time for that shit right now.
But just locking it in the sense of he's still a kid. He's a kid boy. You feel me? It's not until a nigga starts stinking that's when you on his ass that he's like, all right, I gotta start showering more.
Until he start liking girls.
That's got the perfect one. I thought that's around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's the only time, bro. You go, mama, daddy, be on the jet ass all day.
That's if he could get girls.
Oh, if he can't get girls, he don't really care about being clean.
Yeah, it might happen early, and now you got your 8-year-old.
Nah.
Excuse me. Yeah. No, you got them boys like the pretty boys.
That's the one. That's the ones who usually see that shit coming from somebody. You feel me? They see that they ain't some shit like I'm talking about a nigga realizing, hey, I like girls.
On my own, like remember he by himself. You feel me? And
even at 8, 9, 10, you got your little crushes and shit. You still ain't worrying about the most. You still probably running around with boogers in your nose and all type of shit.
You feel me?
But at a certain age, nigga go to smelling themselves, feeling themselves.
And what's crazy?
Go to picking up a certain style, and it's like I can't have on. Nigga go to think I can't have on clean clothes and be stank like these girls. I gotta smell good. These girls like.
But you ain't never met a jit like that.
What?
Like a jit, like 4, 5, 6 years old.
Maybe like.
Jit be maybe not swagged out or whatever the case is. Got a little personality.
Yeah, but the nigga still. You still gonna catch that nigga slipping and being a jit. Yeah, I know. I seen Jit. You feel me? Put that shit on and act like a little grown man.
As soon as some fun come around.
As soon as some fun come around, that nigga got red juice all over his shit. But I also seen some jits won't even move because they know they too fresh, they too clean. But that should make me feel like, man, they old girl that they get these clothes dirty, nigga. Fuck you up, jit. I ain't even for the mood today.
This ain't even no swag shit for no girls.
You feel me? But nah, man.
You feel like when niggas start liking girls, that's when you start really taking care of yourself?
Most definitely, dog. But the thing that comes with that is, if he could get girls, because if he can't get girls, he gonna go back to stinking. He's gonna go back to stinking.
Wait. So he said if a nigga don't get,
he ain't gonna care. He wouldn't care about his if a
boy can't get girls, if a nigga can't get girls, right? He just lets himself go. Like you're not worried about it.
Yeah. Or in the bad way. But then it's just like vice versa. When a nigga get a girl and he let himself go because she like him the way he is, and he don't know he let himself go until he becomes single again. He like, who the fuck is this? I let this bitch change me.
Oh my God.
Do you see? That's what you see niggas doing all the time. You see a dramatic change. Niggas in the gym. niggas smashing all type of shit. He got to build that confidence. He got to build that roster back up.
Oh Lord.
Man, come on, man. He got to work his way back to the top of the top. Like he got to work his way from the bottom.
See what you ladies do. See what y'all ladies capable of.
Niggas. Cause if a nigga tighten up on it, and that's also like what I said.
Y'all puppet
what I said is also a bad thing. It's like even if he do get his hygiene right for a girl, if he can't get girls, the hygiene definitely gonna go down the drain. So he might pick on get your hygiene right for yourself.
Do it for self, man. Stop doing it for the puppeteers. Do it for yourself, Pinocchio.
I just thought about that. Yeah, you need to do it for yourself. Cause if you do that shit, that's exactly when you do that shit for girls, and you realize these girls still curving your ass with your clean clothes and your brushed hair. Oh yeah, nigga like man, fuck this shit. Nigga.
Sorry. With that being said, what it is, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Joint Conversation. This your boy D.
Your boy AD and Marley.
And we back in the video. I know what it is. First and foremost, we gotta give a glory to God for all the ways that He moved in our lives, during the ups and the downs, the good days, the bad days. Thank Him. Thank him, appreciate him, because he is working. How you feel? How you feeling, dog?
I'm in my zone.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You see how I just asked you how you feeling? You tell me you vibing, you good, you in your zone. Then I'm gonna ask you how's your mental, and you gonna tell me my mental's straight.
Nah, yeah, I probably wasn't.
What?
Shit, a little off, man.
Okay, so you and I know how to actually have that conversation,
Yeah.
but a lot of people ask that question and just want to hear niggas say you good.
Yeah, they just want to.
And
It's
it's
a
like-
passive question with the passive answer.
Right.
You good? Yeah, I'm good. All right. I
You
asked.
feel me? So it's like when you ask somebody how they doing, which is very important. When you ask someone how they're doing, be prepared. Versus put off when the person actually starts to tell you how.
Nah,
they're
bro, I'm
doing.
not alright, man. He's like, oh shit.
Be prepared.
How Scar say on Lion King?
How Scar say on Lion King?
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
Facts.
So, you feel me? Like, be mindful when you ask somebody how you doing and think you could just say that shit in passing. Like, hey, what's good? What's good? We all know. You feel me? For the most part, it's another salutation. What's good? Hi. What's up? How you doing? Please reserve at least 10 minutes, dog. I know that's a long time.
Just for to say you asking for a lot for some people.
But I'm just saying. That's why I say be mindful.
Don't ask if you ain't really trying to hear it. Though.
You feel me? Because some people actually need somebody to talk to, dog.
That's not a question you ask to be passive. That's a question you ask if you only prepared to give up at least 10, at minimum 10 minutes.
There's a lot of people be actually needing somebody to talk to, and nobody has asked them, how are you doing?
But then, even along with that, if something is wrong, depending on who the person is that asks you, because I get being a little apprehensive to tell everybody your business. But if somebody asks you, shit,
that's why I say be prepared.
No, if somebody asks you, be prepared to tell the truth. Don't be passive with your answer. Like, yeah, I'm straight.
True.
Depending on, like I said, also
be mindful who you give the information to, of course.
Yeah,
you feel me? So
be careful with that one too. That ain't.
But I'm just saying, be mindful if a person actually wants to have a quick little conversation after how you doing. A lot of people like, yo, you still texting me? Yeah, you still talking? It's like, yeah, but you asked me. That's like asking for my opinion and then getting mad.
One nigga give it.
Ask me.
Yeah.
Okay, how you judging me? I'm not. I'm giving you my opinion. I don't even have on the roll. How am I judging you, bro?
No gavel, no
nothing. No podium, no people, no bailiffs, just in case you try to hit me. Hey, how am I judging you, bro? Yeah, you my opinion, dog. My bad if you didn't agree.
My fault.
My bad. Yeah, it's all up. But, I knew got a question for you, though.
That's right.
If you can get the answer.
That black on the tray. Goddamn tray. It's safe. I ain't gonna ruin it. It's safe. It's safe. It's just confiscated for the time being. You better not pull out another fucking flag.
Oh my God, no, that was no good.
No, that was the question, man.
But if you could get the answer right.
Okay. I gotta
Would you
Google.
wanna
I gotta
know-
Google it or something.
If you can get the answer,
Okay.
would you want to get the answer to
Oh
one?
no, I wouldn't. I don't even want to know. Let it happen.
Would you want to know when you die
Nope.
or how you die?
Would I be able to change it?
What you mean?
Like, would I be able to change the way?
That's the answer. Can you change 2 + 2 being 4?
Depends.
It can equal tree, but it's still 4 letters in the word tree. Therefore, 4.
It all depends on how I comprehend numbers. 4 might be
Numbers don't change. I'm sorry.
Four
I'm
might-
sorry.
four might be
That's
something.
unarguable.
only because somebody told us. Now I'm gonna fuck you up without answering your question.
So you mean by what
He
we
about
call?
to turn, this nigga about to turn my mic down.
No. You mean by at that point in what you're saying by what we call it. What we call the numbers is what you're saying is not 4. Right.
Yeah.
But the amount in the event that you go
No. I mean all of it.
But how?
But
how? And I put it together. I do that shit 4 times.
Where they came from? Who told us that?
Who told me it's 4 times?
Yeah.
That's crazy. For you to even try to debunk that. Cause that's
Who
not
told-
even
who
an endless fight.
Who told you blue was blue? Who told you red was red?
And that is perspective. Numbers is different.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it
It
is.
came from the same place. Somebody created it.
Would you want to know when you die or how?
No, I wouldn't want to know.
I just had an argument with myself. God, I hate that argument, dog. This nigga used it on me, bro. God damn it. Who said blue was blue? Who said orange was orange?
It all came from the same place.
But we all know there's colorblind people.
Somebody made it up.
We all know there's colorblind people.
Somebody made it up, dude.
Somebody made up the fact that you're colorblind.
Not
So
that,
to a
not
nigga who
that,
can't
not that,
see.
not that, not that, not that, not that.
Yeah, how can you be colorblind if somebody made up colors?
What happened? Say that again?
How can you be colorblind if somebody made up colors?
That's just a condition. You gotta re-drop this gym. Walking is still walking if somebody in the wheelchair.
Excuse me?
So a color is still a color even if somebody else colorblind. I can still walk if somebody else is
But
in a
your
wheelchair.
argument is the
Knock
fact.
on, find some wood or something.
Your argument is to what we call the colors, right? As how we perceive it. Somebody gave this tone right here the name yellow. So now we call it yellow, but I might want to call that shit microphone, but I can't call it microphone because something else name is microphone. But I'm in 2022, so this is what we be doing. So I can just change the name of everything.
Oh shit.
Finally, this argument has come to pass. I've been having this argument since 2010.
Bring it back. I wouldn't want to know. You ever been a victim of revenge sex?
Bro?
Like you know it like a chick fucking you because her boyfriend cheated on her. Like and you being the dick in the glass box just in case of emergency. Maybe you, pretty sure you have. You probably don't know it. You probably have before. You know, back in the day, have put that up until you know, rock like that no more.
In my past, I don't know. I don't.
And you dealt with a chick who had somebody though, right?
Of course.
Okay, well then never mind. You was a victim of revenge sex. It's okay. You ain't got no reward to compensate or nothing. But I was just asking. You ain't gonna get no lawsuit or nothing. Just checking on the dog. You asked about mental
Don't say
health.
you ain't earned no accolade. Just understand that you probably been a part of this shit before. It probably happened to you, my nigga.
Not no bragging rights or nothing.
Just know you've been a victim, homie.
Just know that's it. Just know you've been a victim, man. Just know me too.
You know me, my mind is bing. You better surprise me.
So he like, man, I went out with this girl, I took her out, but you know we had a couple dates, but she stopped responding to me. She won't answer my calls. Her friends won't tell me where she at. Like they won't let me contact her.
Friends will tell me what she at.
He like they won't help me contact her or nothing. So he like man, I want y'all to help me call her. Man, her name is this. I still got her number. Blah 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 blah. Radio station call, right? She answered the phone. She like, hello. They're like, yeah, this is such and such, and we got somebody on the phone for you. She like, who? They say his name, so she like, oh Lord, like that. Get the joint, nigga. I had to let you hold the joint while I do this. She's like, oh no. She's like, what you want? He like, I'm trying to figure out what's up. Why you ain't been calling me back? She's like, man, can we not do this? He like, man, please. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what's up? She like, can we not do this? So he started like talking to the people on the radio. Like, man, what's up? Why you won't call him back? Why you? She's like, all right, you want to do this right now? She said, okay. She said, you remember that party we went to? He like, yeah. She said, yeah, remember you was in the kitchen with your homeboys? He like, yeah. He like, remember what y'all was talking about? He like, nah. He like, you don't remember what y'all was talking about? He like, no. He like, you remember your homeboys was in the kitchen talking about a body I had caught? Talking about somebody I had killed? He like, nah. He like, yeah. You remember y'all said his name and everything. That was my cousin. He say, so she says, so instead of like telling on you and doing all the other shit, I left you alone. But since you want to know, everything,
we on your ass.
that boy hung up the phone ever on the radio station like,
You got me.
That shit was
Fucking surprised me. Here you go.
Niggas in the kitchen talking about a body at a
He
fucking party.
fucking surprised me, y'all. Cause I'm over here thinking like she pick up and dog like, yeah, bitch, yeah, when I hit you, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. You don't give up my shit. You don't give up my shit. Yeah. And full egg up. You feel me? I thought it was some shit like that.
Nah, that's some crazy shit. That's that type of shit like when a nigga first.
You know what else I thought it was? My bad to cut you off. My bad to cut you off. This other one. I thought she was gonna hit her with it. You really want me to do this? You really want me to do this? Okay.
I fucked your people.
Nah. Remember what was at that party? As you was talking at this point, I was like, okay, now I gotta start building some shit as you talk. Look, you ever seen the Lego movie?
This nigga building as I'm talking.
You ever seen the Lego movie?
No.
Oh, you gotta see it with Will Ferrell. That shit's funny. But nigga just be building the shit as he run. You feel me? But anyway, on some Minecraft. Anyway.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, he trying to spike her drink. She swapped it. That nigga took it. He blacked out. He don't even remember the party. He don't even remember nothing. All you remember is boom. He sipped the drink. I sipped the drink. He thought he got one.
Thought he had one. That thing though he woke up.
You feel me? Like, oh, that's what. Wait, what?
Nigga like, oh, that's what happened. Nigga like, fool like, oh, that's what happened when I woke up. I couldn't remember shit. Like, hold on, rewind. You ain't gonna even address what she just. But nah.
Nah, but bet. All right, click.
That's that shit like when you was talking about nigga, you thought you nigga was gonna call the radio station spazzing. You know what I'm saying? That's like that shit when niggas first get that shit and that shit better than he thought. But like that shit fire to him. We whack to her. But she like, man, I ain't hitting that nigga back. Nigga just was whack. Nigga called her for like, you really want to do this? Nigga had to call the radio station.
I ain't even.
That's like that shit. Like, I'm like, what you
I
think?
think he got it.
That's like how you think the first nigga was when he realized dick going pussy.
What else was he playing
Before a nigga realized they was, you know what?
You mean like before people started having sex?
Never mind, because this question gonna get a little bit. This shit is gonna go away from the question. Because now I just realized how far I would have to go back and then what it would mean. Never mind. Scratch that.
Because they figured it out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I was then it's gonna be like, well, who taught them and how they figured it out and all that extra shit. So never mind. Never mind. Chicken and the egg shit. We ain't doing this. We not doing this tonight. We not doing this tonight. We ain't doing this tonight.
And I hate the fact that I have a silent laugh.
It's that chicken and the egg shit. So never mind.
Wow.
See, look, see.
That's that part they left out, like where he gave them the instructions of.
So you put this.
Use instruction manuals. You feel me? Like I gave you that for the, and then you know yours is like this because you know do
this and then like you know
it's
how
like puzzles.
The plug and then the wall and then.
They're like we don't even have walls.
Well, you know how you know like the ground and then the seed.
With the seed in the ground, you gather around.
Hole in the ground. You feel me?
No, nothing.
No. All right.
All right, do this. The fuck was that?
You're like, oh.
Like the 6th Man.
Hey, what is this?
Like the 6th Man where he take over the niggas' bodies and just have the niggas looking crazy.
What is this? Why is it wet?
Oh, it's happening. Hey, I got it from here.
What is this stuff?
Listen, I got it from here.
What is this stuff coming out of me? Oh, you high as shit, bro. What we gonna do about our heat, bro?
Turn the AC on.
Nah, man. This nigga is man. What we gonna do, man? How we gonna eat, man? 50 back around.
This nigga funny, God.
Oh, what happened, bro? Miami done fell off like wet dope, man. We need Tyler, man. Sad to say, man. Jimmy playing like a scrub. Tyler hurt. I think his knee, something.
So
hopefully he pushed through at the end of this shit.
It's over.
Yeah, we knew that shit was over. Well, Golden State to the finals against whoever wins against the Heat in Boston. Now that we speaking on it, so yeah, bro. What we gonna do, man? We gotta go back to Boston, man, for Game 6, bro.
Oh, we need one nigga to just. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, though. We gotta go back to the '90s.
We just need Jimmy Butler to score his fucking points.
Oh, we need to go back to the night.
He playing through an injury. He acting like he ain't hurt, but he fucking hurt.
You gotta take it back to the 90s.
He hurt, bro. But then
the nigga on the court
but
just.
Then he the one had he had fluid in his knee or the knee. Who had the knee? No, PJ Tucker had the knee contusion. But yeah, nah.
Inflammation in the knee.
Yeah, Jimmy, he ain't something ain't. In the fucking way he just playing. He playing like Jimmy, but his shots ain't going. It ain't like he just not trying. What the fuck gonna happen, bro? These niggas was playing. Like yesterday, Boston looked like some other shit, man. Them boys look different, and I don't want to disrespect the ones who he had on the court. I kind of feel like that's why them boys was like they were just doing shit and ending up like, oh, this shit worked. That nigga spinning around and like, oh shit, I'm open, layup. Oh shit, nobody in the paint, smash this shit. Like shit was just looking like, cause it ain't look like. It looked like if Boston was actually playing a healthy Miami, it'd just be a regular game. But it looked like them boys was doing shit, thinking that it was gonna be regular, elite defense, and was like, oh, that spin worked, oh, that shit worked, oh, this worked. And now them boys done opened up and shooting threes from. And then
they said allegedly niggas had COVID.
True.
All type of extra shit. So.
Man, niggas just fucked. It's not meant to be this year.
Shit, who's going against Golden State?
I wanted to see it though. I don't see a sweep happening. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Definitely don't see a sweep happening.
You know what I'm saying though?
That's
Take it back to the 90s, dog. Throw us to the sacrificial lamb out there.
We would have had one if he wasn't so damn old.
Spirit nigga.
That's what we need. That's what we had in 06. We had them niggas, man. We had them niggas who was down to catch a body.
PJ Tucker be down to catch a body, but y'all need him.
But we need him. He can't be out there. But so yeah, man. Golden State going to the finals. Golden State going to the finals, man. 6 appearances in 8 years, dog. These niggas different. Walking fucking cheat codes, man. Walking fucking cheat codes.
Walking cheat codes, dog. That's walking 2K in real life type.
I hate niggas who use them on 2K, bro. You about to send me down the rabbit hole. I'm about to spaz. Don't say it.
Huh?
I hate niggas who use Golden State on 2K. All you need is you only need 2 things when you playing Golden State. You need your analog and your shoot button. All you need is to flip that bitch backwards. Step back, pop. Step back, pop. Step back, pop. You know, that's it.
Green.
That's it. Green fucking beans. Speaking of that, man. So yeah, man. Welcome back to Joint Conversations, man. We gotta get a little serious. Mellow it down real quick, man.
Kevin Spacey, Soul Chargers. What?
Okay. Put that ain't even far fetched. But yeah, so while we were gone, was it even while while we was gone?
We adjust the last one?
We adjust the last one.
Did we?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm editing it right now. But we spoke on that one. We spoke on Buffalo, the last episode. And the episode before that, we was recording as the Buffalo situation happened. So that the last episode is when we talked about it. And then in the midst of, you feel me, throughout the week, unfortunately, in Texas.
It should have stuck in Chronicles at this point.
Yeah, I just like had that shit just in the last 3 episodes. Ever since I asked like, you feel me? Ever since I said shit going good, ain't been too much. It's just whacked it, nigga. It's bad, bro. But yeah, man. Elementary school, you feel me? It was attacked.
Nobody found this website that allegedly these niggas have subscribed to since the pandemic and been losing their minds.
It's something, but he I don't know. He ain't had no manifestos or nothing written down, so they got, allegedly he so-called was being they got new shit coming out every day now, but
Is there a specific reason why Border Patrol were the ones who took him down and not the actual police?
I don't know. I can't even tell because I know they wasn't far from San Antonio, but I don't know how close that is to there. I can't even tell you.
So it's a school in the desert?
I don't know. It's what Uvalde, Texas. I don't know. But all I know is, buddy, that's another incident where somebody drove past a border anyway from North Dakota.
From the same place?
Nah, the other dude drove from, I forgot where he drove from.
3 hours from his,
Yeah,
state of New York.
Yeah, somewhere in New York. He drove to Buffalo. This guy drove from North Dakota to this place, this elementary school. Walked in. He shot 19 kids, bro, and 3 teachers, bro. Between what I think it said 2nd and 4th grade. With AR-15s. Kids. It's like, and not his grandma too. He shot his grandma before he went to the elementary school. His grandma made it. I think she was already being took to surgery, or she had already been found or probably got some help. So as that was developing, it was always mentioned like, oh, the grandma is going, she's in intensive care, she's been transported here, blah, blah, blah. But that's like as the numbers was going from 14 to 16 to 19, and with 3 teachers, it's like I don't know what he was subscribing to. I don't know. He didn't have this time. He ain't had no letter to say. So it's like, why target little kids though, bro? Like niggas ain't thinking about. They ain't sending their kids to school, bro. They ain't thinking about getting that type of car. That ain't no wrong place, wrong time situation. That ain't no accident situation. No, you can't even, bruh. How you go from a supermarket shooting old people to elementary school shooting young kids who ain't even started living yet? Two days away from the last day of school. That fucking close to just being at the crib. Fuck that situation, bro. Fuck that situation. I don't really like that shit, dog. Nigga gotta talk about it, but that shit crushing, bro. And they got some type of agenda. These last 2 done came body armored up, decent artillery. They coming with a purpose, but they ready. And then it's like, but the question is, you coming bulletproof vest up, and you really not going to, the last dude, he ain't go to war with the police, so who you came vest up for? Like who you came
shot at?
Who you came to get? You ain't kind of go to war and just in case you went to war with the police, because you surrendered when they came. You came just in case you ran into somebody who maybe had a gun out there somewhere, because you ain't give the police no fight. Even when they approach you, you put the gun on yourself, and you just happen to not, you feel me, pull the trigger. So you ain't ready to go to war. This dude, I'm pretty sure he knew he was past the line where he wasn't finna even live. So it's like, but at the same time, like, who you coming vest up? If you coming to die in the first place, why you coming vest up if you want a quote unquote suicide mission?
Well, that's like them Columbine jets, right? They came vest up too. The niggas at the college Virginia Tech is vest up too. I mean, just do it because that's just how
It come with
it's supposed to go. You feel me? Just in case some crazy shit happens, you can still say you fought your way out if you decide to fight it out.
Right. Yeah, but you know you ain't making it out there. That shit, you know they be on suicide missions, man. I don't get how you could be that fucking evil though, bro.
Ah man,
That's some evil shit, bro. Like, the closest I ever came to even, and when I was in elementary school, to even being close to something, this close to being, even close to being something, being close to something that was dangerous, bro, was a dude, I don't know what he did, but he ended up hijacking a mail truck and he rolled past our school. And they put the school on code red. So it's like, and I'm hearing shit like they saying,
yeah, fugazi bomb threats and shit.
yeah, the bomb threats and I don't know how true it is. I haven't did my stuff, so I mean,
as far as the sale of, one of these ARs to a kid, granted there's differences between them. You have the AR pistols, then you have the AR rifles, and the, barrels and all this extra shit, or whatever the case is. But, nonetheless, although, you feel me, it's like, you gonna look at it and simply say, yo, niggas are selling them to these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta put a stop to it. Hey, by all means. But in whatever other circumstances where it's reasonable for a father to get this for his kid type shit, or for his kid to go in and get one of these shits, or whatever, for whatever it is that he does with it, whether it be sport, combat, because he came back from the war or some shit like that, however, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying?
What's sport you using the AR for?
For gun competitions and shit like that. You feel me? Like, he been doing this shit since he was legit, but you was only able to use the pistols that your parents had.
Hillbilly shit, I feel you, yeah.
You feel me? So,
no disrespect. I'm gonna beat that.
You never know.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So,
True.
I don't know who hunts with an AR, but
nobody.
You feel me? However it goes, you feel me? In the purchase of it, I would understand. But what people really want to legislate is the people who go out and do something bad with it. Because had I would have showed up with my AR and I laid dog down, I'd have been a hero. So do you still need to ban this shit? Because I can smack him from a distance. I ain't even have to really get lined up in danger like that. Like,
yeah.
So you're going to be grateful that I had this weapon versus the one on my hip. Because this one was able to catch a dog while I was also in safety and keeping the kids out of range. And whatever case.
For me to engage him equally, like with the same type of high powered shit. But I get that's for as far as the media attention go. As far as I'm not for banning. I'm just like it's like. Because then that's when the lines get blurry, shit get crossed, and then people who ain't got their license, who pretty much well in rights of having this shit, then they go to get iffy where they start being able to violate people's rights. So I don't think about banning shit, but yeah, I think some type of maybe raise the age limit then, because for you to be 18. Come on, like at 18, you're not thinking about just going to grab your license. You can really just go walk in there and grab some shit, bro. And people gonna sell it to you, give you a little wait day period. You come back, grab your shit. Now you got a high power weapon in your crib for whatever you choose to do when you get pissed off.
And that's understood. But the thing about when people are thinking about this high powered weapon, we're more so looking at the fact that this weapon looks like what they use on a war field. You feel me? On the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Shit for war. This shit is
but
all of them are kill machines, but this is a.
You have in some instances, in some places where you can purchase a shotgun at 16 because you go hunting. You go purchase a rifle at 16 because you go hunting. Not one of these though. Gotta wait till 18. But most of what you purchase, you cannot conceal.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be visible. So that's why it's like.
Yeah, but as you can
for whatever circumstances in which you purchase one, you have to have that shit exposed. Whatever people gotta know that you got the shit or some shit like that.
Yeah, but whenever it's exposed, is when they plan on using it. Like, look at Buddy. When Buddy was ready to go do his shit, he took pictures of it, posted it, tagged some female in the inbox on her about the picture and all type of shit. Niggas ready to you can't consider they gonna buy this shit, put it in the crib and leave it up for when they ready to use it for when that day come. When that day come. They might take a picture of that bin and post it on, cause the one who did the Buffalo shit, he had shit on Twitch talking about it. Like when it's time for them to show it, it's already too late. Them jits don't be pulling this shit out the pump fake at all.
I mean, I get that, bro.
Them just are like literally like tornadoes because it's like they can literally land anywhere. You can't use past history to know where they're going next. You can't. Guess you just like wherever they land, we gotta deal with how they land and then deal with the damages. Like something got it. I ain't got no solution for it. So thoughts and prayers to the families, man. Unfortunately, I'm also hearing that one of the husbands of the teachers that passed away, that died,
he passed away, and only 2 days later they leave behind 4 kids. Like, just a ripple effect. One of the kids that actually survived that was in the classroom with some of the other kids that got killed telling the story. Like, shit terrorizing, bro. Thoughts and prayers, bro. To everybody. Everybody with kids, everybody who lost kids, everybody who got to send their kids out there in the world. Thoughts and prayers.
To all the victims.
For sure. For sure. That shit's sad, bro. That shit.
You never know the heart of man, dog.
Ever.
So that's the hardest thing about legislating who can buy the shit and who can't.
I think they should just move the age limit, dog.
But even if the age limit moved to 21,
you still can't. I know.
Like all these instances aren't just like.
It ain't just point blank fix it.
You feel me? It's not something that you just pass a bill on and now is good.
Yeah, a lot of these.
Because you have the other situations where it was in the home, and now you're like, oh, nobody should be able to purchase this. Yo, this has been in my house for years. I have brought this out for show. I have brought this to competitions. And to the range.
See, but people who usually get over that too, you know that mature. Okay,
or
move it to like 25 or something. Like you don't usually get the aside from you do get the grown
for an AR.
Like
specifically,
I mean,
or to just flip the rules from allowing a 16-year-old to be able to buy a shotgun to you gotta be 25 to purchase one of these.
Period.
21 to get a handgun. 25 to get
25. At least let these just minds mature a little bit or start to mature, because whereas like the last even the that's what the one I think that was St. Louis when the jit he shot up the school, and then his parents had left town on him and shit. That was just recently. Remember that shit happened? The jit shot up the school, and he was on the run for a little bit. They found him. They were looking for the parents, and the parents were so-called on vacation and shit. But like these jits are young, bruh. Aside from like the Dallas situation when the person had shot the cops, and aside from the Las Vegas stuff, these be kids, bro. Columbine was kids. Sandy Hook was a young boy. This was a young boy. Buffalo was a young boy. The one that was down here at the St. Nichols.
The Oxford High School shooting.
I think so. I don't remember. But all these.
Yeah, that shit happened in December last year.
Yeah, they be young, bro. They be young getting these guns, and them. They parents bought him that gun. So it's like even in an adult decision, he still was he couldn't handle that type of responsibility, bro. Uncle Ben said it best. With great power
comes great responsibility.
You feel me? So it's like, I think at like 20, cause I think at like 25, us as men, aside from females. Us as men, like a nigga brain starting to do a little bit better as far as functioning and making real decisions.
But at the same time, though, you talking about to make it to 25. We already know how hard it is to make it to 25.
We know.
So with that being said, and that's without the police.
Man, I think like at 25, cause like the older ones who be kind of snapping, they be like Army vets. So I kind of chalk that up to what that did to them.
Nah, but what I was gonna say was, I hear you gonna scream at that, but you have to understand what that right. For the most part,
especially for people like
us. For people like us, as far as black people, and for people who are gun owners. You feel me? In the sense of, I'm not just toting this to be cool. I'm not just toting this to have one. I have these because one, I have grown an obsession. Mm-hmm. But first and foremost, I have whatever one that I keep on my hip or whatever one I'm capable to go to war with to protect my family and what's mine. Why? Because there's a great possibility that the enemy has access to something like this. weapons.
Yeah, now that we so far gone. Yeah, of course.
So it's like
We so far gone.
and maybe you have them kids that's I've been raising a whole, my four brothers and sisters since I was about 13. I finally turned 18. We gotta get a crib type, some type of extra shit. I'm still trying to protect them. I need a toolie. I need something. Nigga fuck around and buy an AR. Also, I got this shit to protect us when we at the crib because we stay in this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I work this job and that job or whatever.
I understand, but
I understand
it, but it's still like at this point, what you gonna do?
Because it's not a matter of just
what you gonna do?
being able to buy it.
What you gonna do? Just letting it keep getting far gone?
It's not even that, but it's not just a matter of being able to buy it. It's the fact that they have access to it. That's what really has to be limited. Now I understand the purchase of it is buzzing too, but before the purchase of it, people just had parents or had family members who had it, had somebody who had it,
Mm-hmm.
and they went and got it.
Mm-hmm.
And before it was the ARs, it was shotguns.
Mm-hmm. All of that.
Before shotguns, it was revolvers. So none of those guns really got banned.
You don't need to be banned. I'm not talking about banning them.
None of those guns got banned. No heavy restriction was changed. And if somebody's gonna sit there and try to point out, well, don't you see a pattern? No, I just see the fact that, hey, the reason why it's legal for citizens, sensible citizens, to have these things is because if an event like this does happen, you are trained or you are well aware, at least enough to handle your firearm and disarm or terminate the person that you have to hit.
But then,
So
but then if you're not there, look what happens, bro.
So okay, now this
these niggas. Just I understand you being a good citizen, but guess what? This is the one bad apple ruined it for the fucking bunch. 25, bro. It's like it ain't so far fucking gone. I understand shit already treacherous, bro. I understand that, but at the same time, from that same thinking that you just said is the reason how it gets so far gone by saying, okay, this is for the citizens. The citizens should be able to do this. Da, 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 da. Yeah, just like it's your right to bear arms. It's your right to drink after you turn 21 too. After you turn 21. So why not? It's the same shit. You still got your right to bear arms, but after you turn 25. Once you can make sure that you could make sensible decisions. Same reason why you can't get your restrictions on your license until you 15, 16, until you could use certain comprehension skills. It's just age limit.
I understand.
That shit just,
but
18.
But when the number applies, when the number applies to, just as you said, 15, 16, you're sensible enough to handle a vehicle. Mm-hmm. You understand stop, go. You just got to get comfortable with it, and then you'll really be able to do it. Mm-hmm. At 14, your adrenaline might still be running. You want to just speed, and you're able to do that. At 18. In the event that you go hunting and you didn't get it at 16, if you weren't involved with that type of lifestyle at 16 or younger, when you was a child and your parents take you out hunting and shit like that, you feel me? At 16, you can purchase this and this in the event you live in a place where you ever needed to hunt for, because that's when the right was, possibly written and made, plausible. If you had to go hunting, this is the proper hunting equipment that you need. Here's your hat, here's your camel. Here's your rifle.
Here's your pick of the litter.
You feel me? Now the rifles change throughout the years, and now access to said rifle just simply make people think about the M16s and M4s that the army niggas use, because this shit replicates it. You feel me? A chopper for the most part looks like a regular rifle unless you know what a chopper look like, and say, oh shit, this clip is different. Until you shoot and say, wow, this shit shoots different. You feel me? But the ARs look like the M4s and the M16s. They look like the heavy high-powered rifles that's out there on the battlefield. But they're regular weapons, modified. So when when the emphasis is, the age limit, you have a lot of 18-year-olds with cognitive receptors that know right from wrong and not to do nothing wild with it. So those ones who probably have it in their dorms as they protect themselves while they're away at school. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it's allowed on campus, they purchased it, it's legal. They're not necessarily breaking the law, they're just breaking the rule. But in the event a school shooter pop out and I was on campus and I had my AR with me, if God put it in my soul, yo, homie, we going toe to toe real quick.
Yeah, but how many times has that happened? Name a time where somebody.
There's not a lot of people that play hero. I don't know.
Because nobody be there to do it. Because the places that's getting attacked, ain't nobody bringing no scraps there. Like you talking about,
like guns aren't allowed on school premises.
Because you talking about like I ain't talking about ban. Because when you talk about ban, you get what happened in Buffalo. Nobody can have guns, and this nigga pop up with one. That's everybody off guard. Cool. And then on top of that, it's old. You feel me? It's senior citizens who abide by the rules. So they ain't got no scrap, none of that shit. They go in the supermarket. They at the supermarket. They ain't worried about getting shot. Then you got elementary students. Then you got a middle school, then you got a high school. Ain't nobody bringing scraps on by just in case somebody else bring a scrap. And if they is thinking like that, ain't nobody came to use it. Everybody bring this shit just in case. In these other situations, niggas bringing that bitch to use it. So I feel like granted, because granted, you could buy just like if you push back the legal limit or whatever, shit, they can still get it. But in this sense, ain't none of these shits buy these guns illegally. So ain't none of them get these shits off no dark web. They got these shits legally. That's why it's like, okay, like do something legally. Like the dark web, we know about how the dark web get down. And back in the days, it was Jit went in the people's closet, grabbed their gun and went and did it. That's a little bit more like, okay, that's on, you feel me? That's Jit wanted to do that. He went and grabbed it. He ain't go walk in the store and they just hand that shit over to him so easy. And then down the road, he used that shit to do some shit like this. Now, if he go grab that bitch from somebody who bought that bitch legally, like his parents who's old enough and they had their shit in the closet minding his own business, and then he just happened to know and he made a bad decision or a young stupid decision like that, it's like, oh fuck, it's fucked up, but it wasn't on the legalities or the ways of the fucking land. It was just he happened to have access to it. Just different shit.
I say, as much as we want legislation on, who can buy it, what age, what you look like, what's really going on, whatever, what places allow, what places don't. Why not just do the sensible thing and put more police around the schools? What's wrong with protecting the kids when you know that you could drive around and find a police officer at a random spot for no reason? There's enough of y'all. Instead of trying to catch a body for the free, how about you protect the body?
I mean, down. I don't know about how other places, but down here, we had school police.
I'm just saying, like.
So I don't know. Maybe up there they more
small towns.
They
ain't really hitting like that, but makes sense in the situation.
Here we had a couple on patrol at any given school. One that don't move and one that ride around the block, like actually patrolling type shit. But maybe up there, then it's like, it's like, yeah, it's comfortable and it's like now that might be what need to happen. But then it's still like heartbreaking to the point where you gotta. Your kids is down there in a borderline prison. You got guards and shit, man. It's for protection, but it's like that shit like it's like a prison when I pull off and it's fucking snipers on the roof, police patrolling the block, and then we got security at the front. This shit look crazy. It's comfortable, but it's still crazy.
But dog, it's like I went to the elementary school that had a gate around the school, you feel me? So when you go into the school, when you go into the gate, normally it's not, you're not gonna see like the gate necessarily closed, because that's where like the buses and cars and mail people, whatever deliveries come in, whatever cases, and then you have two sides to it. But the shit was caged off. You had a couple of access places, but if the niggas decide to lock everything down, it's caged off. Why? To protect the kids. Is there a school police officer as an elementary school kid? I don't know. I never looked for a school police officer as an elementary school kid. We have security guards.
My own world.
The security guards is police officers. You feel me? Yeah, I had no weapons. Yeah, it was.
Had an ugly green shirt.
You feel me? And you didn't look for that type of shit, but when you know that there's a pattern, when you know that there's a season for sure, you know that there's a weird energy, a weird vibe out there, or whatever the case is, and y'all know y'all seen it before. This ain't nothing brand new. All y'all do is brief your people and say, all right, you know, make sure y'all patrol school, y'all go by the school. And nigga like, yo, but what? What do you need to do? Just post at the school. Damn, all day.
All day. All day. Yeah. I recall nigga be leaving school. School got out at 2:30. Nigga leaving school at 4:30, 5 o'clock. School police still out there because he still got after school program. And it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just not like that. Maybe it's just not like that up there nowhere, bro. Maybe it's like they get so lenient where all the lenient gun laws at. Like they so lenient on security when shit out here like y'all just said y'all can get guns whenever the fuck y'all feel like it, scrap, carry that bitch on your waist, do whatever you feel. Like come on, you got on top of them being 18 and having to have a license and all type of shit, now you don't need that and it's open carry. But we're talking about Texas, so
and it's open
they on their own.
It's sad, dog. It's sad. No way out of you, dog.
Yeah, that shit is uneasy as fuck, bro.
Like you see, I can't really, like, I don't even know how to talk about it for real, like now you gonna hit it with the mixed emotions because you give a fuck about whether or not what you think about the guns or that stuff. Why? Because I'm protect mine. And even if there's people like me out there, then this is the world that you live in. Just to let you know. You get what I'm saying? Not you personally, but anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the world. You have people that want to protect themselves. So
they could wait. They waited till they were 20. They waited till they were 18. They could wait 7 more years.
However it goes.
It's all the wait. It's all the waiting games. Try to. It sound insensitive. It sound crazy, but hey, man, try to make your way through. And if you out there, and then on top of that, if you out there in the streets like that, you already have one. I'm talking about if you are granted law-abiding citizens. We talking about it happening to law-abiding citizens, but granted, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you can wait till you're 25.
What, to jump?
No,
to
buy a gun. But now if you out there, like if you're out there in the streets and shit, you already have one. So we ain't even talking about you, so to say. Niggas already had one. Like if you out there in the streets before you turn 18 or whatever the case, you done had a couple or you done touched a couple or you got access to a couple. You a law-abiding citizen. Yeah, it's dangerous out here, but do your best to stay on the sidewalk.
Stay out the streets. That's the problem that a lot of people got. Yo, we is out the streets and niggas just come out of the
Sometimes niggas jump the curb.
So it's
sometimes niggas jump the curb.
That's what I put a little 380 in your pocket, man. Get a little 38, get a little loose.
Sometimes niggas jump the curb.
Protect your heads, man.
But it's like now with niggas.
Protect your heads, maintain your temper.
It's like now when niggas jump the curb on top, and result of niggas jumping the curb, these laws and these abilities is like deleting the curb altogether. So it's like, yeah, niggas just walk. Keep your head on the swivel. Do what you can do to get over there. Like, niggas ain't even gotta jump the curb no more. You can't even distinct the street from the sidewalk no more. In the metaphoric form.
Now I'm blaming the sidewalk.
Like, nigga, exactly. Yeah.
But whatever was, on these niggas' souls when they go out and go do what they do. No matter whether or not people tell me they don't believe in the soul or all that extra shit.
Yeah.
But whatever was on their soul to say, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go smack at these people in real life. This nigga say he was on, they say he was on a 40-minute rampage inside the school. 40 minutes.
Yeah. The little kids say they was in the other room. Everybody in the other room. They went got hiding and stuff. Fool came in there, saw a couple, shot him. Heard the police in the hallway saying, if you can hear me and you need help, say you need help. One of them just said help. He shot that jit. The only reason that jit survived because he was under a table that had a clock in front of him. And he saw the whole shootout. The police came in the classroom, had a shootout with Buddy killed, but he just saw all of this. Thoughts and prayers, condolences, man. I hate to end on these notes, but I ain't got nothing happy to end with. You got something happy to end with? Please tell me you got something happy to end with. I wish we could play music right now, because I'll play some happy fucking music, but we can't. YouTube. Yeah, give us some quote, man. Some positive shit. No prison, no stuck at home shit. No.
No what?
So you was like a home trip for like a prison. Then you said the next one you said was being attached to something. It's the something I forgot what you said. You said Buddha said it, so he said it.
Create the peace you're searching so hard for. Analyze what you have. Remove what no longer serves you. Embrace what fills and holds you. Be grateful for the experience of it all. That's from the vaults. That's from the vault.
You know how it is, people. You know how it go. Do what you say you're gonna do. Be who you say you're gonna be.
Be that.
Chase dreams, not bitches, unless bitches is in your dreams.
Hot feet.
And remember,
It's
just
just
conversation.
I'm taking that bitch out of there when I find something else to put in there, but it's just conversation.
Squeak!